My name is Ciara Burke, and today I'd like to talk to you about visual merchandising. What is visual merchandising and how you can use it to improve your business performance? The primary objective of visual merchandising is to attract customers. The goal is to lure them to your business using innovative and creative visual merchandising techniques and displays. And then you want to define their purchasing decisions by being engaging and captivating with your visuals.
Today we're going to cover what is visual merchandising, the art and the science behind visual merchandising, how it can help your business, the language of visual merchandising, how you can use the elements of visual merchandising in your business, where you can apply it in your store, how to apply it to your online business, and importantly, how you can measure success of visual merchandising. I will cover how visual merchandising is used across a range of businesses, and you will learn how to apply it to your own business. I hope throughout the course you will understand how you can use visual merchandising in your own business to be both commercially successful and improve your sales performance through utilization of space management and attracting more customers to your business and improving your conversion, but also how to use it to build an emotional connection to your customers. This emotional connection is what will bring you loyalty and long-term customers and ultimately build you sustainability in your business. So what is visual merchandising? Visual merchandising is the practice in the retail industry of optimizing the presentation of products and services to better highlight their features and benefits. The purpose is to attract, engage, and motivate the customer towards making a purchase. Good visual merchandising can influence a customer's decision-making to buy, and it can create more opportunity for your business to offer choice to the customers. How you visually merchandise and how well you do it touches on all aspects of your brand, your products, and your bottom line. Effectively, visual merchandising is a form of communication. It is a way to tell and get customers to understand your business, your products, or your services. If you consider this, before a customer listens to you or tries your product, they have to look at your space, be on it, and experience what you have to offer. Visual merchandising is the first level of selling. You are getting their attention, you're trying to make them feel good about what they see and make them listen to you. That's why visual merchandising is important. It has an alluring power to invite customers to be part of your brand and your business, and at the end to make them purchase your product or service. The primary goal of visual merchandising is to attract customers and increase sales. It's that simple, but that important. It is a well-known fact that visual merchandising is considered an art, and it is an art because there are visual elements. It uses lines, colours, lighting, proportions and spacing to create beautiful and balanced presentations, all with the goal of connecting with the customer and creating a memorable shopping experience. But it is also considered a science because it has a specific purpose and uses concepts from psychology to influence the shopper's emotions and purchasing behaviour. Combined, they are designed to connect with the customer and increase the purchasing pattern within your business. So how can visual merchandising help your retail business? Well, firstly, it should help improve the customers who notice and enter your business. Visual merchandising is about presenting your retail business and your products in an attractive way to the customers to entice them to drive sales. Attracting the customers into your business starts with the outside. You can do this through numerous visual merchandising methods, but obviously this includes your store or brand signage and using appealing window displays to promote your business. This technique should aim to bring the customers inside your business. And then this creates the opportunity for you to increase sales through conversion. Once you have enticed the customer inside your store, you can use visual merchandising techniques to encourage sales through clear displays, good signage, well-stocked shelves, and making promotional areas very prominent to the customer. Good visual merchandising also enhances the customer experience through the store. It allows you to tell compelling stories, informs and entertains your customers, and keeps them engaged and allows them to have an overall experience and not just a shopping trip.
Another great advantage to good visual merchandising is maximizing the potential of your retail space and creating commerciality and good selling space for you. A creative approach to merchandising can help you get the most out of your space without the need for expansion or renovation. Layouts can flow easily and direct customers to the most visible areas of your stores, and also can make use of the dead space within your stores, ensuring that all of your store is activated. Another great advantage of visual merchandising is getting the most value out of the products you're trying to sell. If you have products that are difficult to sell, clever visual merchandising can help you to market them without having to reduce their price. There really are just so many ways to use visual merchandising to enhance your business, to connect with your customer, to present your business in the best possible light to the customer, to promote your products. All efforts that you make in visual merchandising should show up with tangible results in your business performance.
So let's talk the language of visual merchandising. The first thing we'll discuss are display fixtures. These are any kind of units that you use to display your products. They can be wall fixtures, floor fixtures, hanging displays, shelving, cubes, and anything that you use to physically display product on it. Depending on the type of industry that you're in and the size, shape and format of your products that you need to display, your display fixtures will reflect your own business model. The next point is the planograms. A planogram is a detailed plan of how your physical retail business will be laid out. It is effectively the allocation of space to every consideration you have within your business, and the goal is to optimize sales. It will consider where you place your best products, your worst products, your most frequently purchased products. If you consider bread and milk in a grocery store, they're always placed in the least visible positions because people will always walk to find them. Planograms create walkways for your customers through the use of fixture placement, which effectively shapes how your customers will shop your business. It's a great opportunity for retailers to optimize their sales when they consider the planogram of their retail business. Next, we talk about point of sale, and this usually refers to the till point. Visual merchandising is used here to connect with the customer and to encourage add-on sales or impulse purchases. The till point is usually the last point before the customer exits your business, and VM is used here to connect with the customer and leave a lasting impression. And next we'll talk about signage, and signage is used in store to communicate with the customers, and there are many forms of signage that can be used. It is the visual communicator within a retail business. Signage can cover things such as directional signage, which is used to direct customers throughout a retail establishment. This can be to fitting rooms, to till points, toilets, or destinations within a store. Signage will also be used to highlight any promotional offers that you have within your business, and as well as any brand communication you want to communicate to your customers. Focal points. A focal point is a hotspot that acts as a centerpiece of visual merchandising, and it's usually in a combination of mannequin styling or displays, props, and signage. These focal points tend to be placed in key sightlines. So, for example, the entrance of your store or window displays. Some more language that's used in VM is sightlines. When you look into a retail outlet or any kind of business, your eye follows a natural pathway. You tend to look to the right and then tend to look to the left. The key sightlines are what you see without having to look. There tends to be 3 or 4 obvious locations that your eye goes to, and these are called key sightlines. And retailers want to merchandise their best products there to grab the customer's attention. You may just be walking down the high street and glance into a business, but the things that your eye sees and picks up immediately in those 2 to 3 seconds are called the key sightlines, and what makes you notice a retail business. Mannequins. These are used to tell a story and to engage with the customer and allow the customer to see how they may wear or use the actual product. They can be simple human formed upright mannequins that are used across many retailers, or more customized versions such as Nike using feet that look like they're poised to run. The goal is to highlight the features and benefits of each product and to allow the customer visualize themselves of how they would use it and what the benefit it would bring to the customer's life. They're a key part of the selling tool in a retail environment and are ultimately used to encourage sales. Another word that is commonly used in visual merchandising is props, And these relate to non-sellable items that are used to showcase the product. They're used to create themes and to create style and atmosphere around displays that you create within your retail business. They're commonly used in windows, back walls, and display tables. The function of the props is to create ambience and to heighten the aesthetic of the display, again with the goal of creating an emotional connection with your customer and highlighting the features and benefits of the products and allowing them to desire the products and ultimately purchase. If you consider things such as umbrellas, photo frames, display cushions, fruit, anything that's used to showcase how a product would be used, almost any object can be used as a prop as long as it is aligned to the story that you're trying to create. Which leads us on to storytelling. Attention spans are notoriously shrinking. People tend to get a sense of a visual scene in less than a fraction of a second, and the majority of the world are visual learners. Using visuals is a great way to get your message across and to have the message received and understood by the customer. So storytelling is used in many forms of businesses, but also across the retail function and in visual merchandising. Storytelling with visual merchandising involves placing products together, usually along with props and perhaps some signage, to tell a story in order to allow the customer to connect with the product and ultimately make it stand out. Another term that's commonly used in retail is space management. And this is the process of managing the space that you have within your business to facilitate the customer's desires and needs and ultimately to increase your sales. It's very crucial as the decisions you take about what space to give what products are ultimately what drives your sales volume and your profitability. Efficiently managing the space within your retail business and being flexible and responding quickly to commercial decisions of products and categories that are expanding and contracting allows you to optimize your sales performance. These have been the most commonly used terms in visual merchandising, although of course there are others. But I hope this has given you a basic understanding of the language and terminology for visual merchandising.
So what are the key elements of visual merchandising and how can you use them to help your business? Let's start with colour. The choice of colour and use in your business is one of the most important elements of visual merchandising and any form of visual display. It is critical in attracting attention to your business or your product. Different colours are known to represent different emotions. Bright colours such as red and orange tend to stand out and draw the eye. Red is known to elicit excitement and orange is known as a colour for fun and adventure.
When you use these colours, you get to grab the customer's attention and convey a message subtly through your presentation. Another element that is commonly used with colour in visual merchandising is colour blocking. The aim is to drive the customer to a certain product or area of your business.
Retailers everywhere use this strategy for all kinds of products from clothing to food. The second element of visual merchandising is called landscaping. And this is effectively designed to optimize the number of options your customer can see of your products at any one time. You can use vertical displays, hierarchy, symmetry, 3D displays, all designed to showcase as much product as possible and give yourself the opportunity to sell. Lighting is another element that you can use in visual merchandising to highlight both the features and benefits of your products and to flatter them. You can use it to draw attention to duller areas of your store. Another element to visual merchandising is to create focal points in your store. A focal point is a place that people's eyes will focus on immediately when you look at the display.
There are two key types of focal points. One is when you're outside your business or retail establishment and looking inwards, what catches the customer's attention? What are the natural sight lines and what are the focal points that they will see? The second part is to create focal points as they walk through the store journey. This can be as you enter the store, as you look to your right, as you look to your left, and as you make your way through the natural footpath through your store. This may be towards the till point, towards the fitting rooms, towards destination areas. Every business is a different shape and size and has different entrances, so you will need to analyse your own business. I now move on to the element of space management in visual merchandising. And for me,
as a commercial person, this is one of the most important elements.
Ensuring you can use every inch of your retail business for commerciality to drive sales is critical.
So how do you use visual merchandising to optimize your space management and sales within your business? You'd need to look at your specific store layout. You'd need to map out your premium retail space. This may be as you step inside the business, the store, the kiosk. You need to map out your focal points, whether they are retail displays, mannequin displays, till point areas, fitting rooms. There will also be either man-made or natural pathways through your store. And of course, there will be the worst area of your business, which every business has to have, best selling space and worst selling space. You then need to look at all the categories that you sell and what's driving your business and create what's called a planogram to zone your store and use visual merchandising to create displays. Obviously, you'll create those displays in your best selling space, but also creating those displays, be it high-level displays, mannequin displays, 3D displays in the worst selling space, so that you're trying to draw the customer's attention from the front of your business to the back of your business, or to those darker, duller areas, or to space that may be hidden behind a column. Every business will have a different set of problems, but you can use the techniques in visual merchandising to minimize those problems. And ultimately, the goal of visual merchandising is to grab the customer's attention and help you promote your products and ultimately drive sales. So where can you use visual merchandising in your retail business? Let's look at physical retail outlets to start with. This can cover retail stores, kiosks, pop-ups, and any other form of physical business. The first place you would see visual merchandising is in storefronts. This would include store windows, marquees, entrances, window displays, and any kind of external signage. Window displays are particularly important as they create the retail outlet's first impression with the customer and begin the selling process even before the customer has entered the stores. Simple techniques can make a visually striking display of your products to gain customers' interest. Good lighting will be of key importance, especially if your store is surrounded by streets and open late. You can use your external windows and storefronts to promote seasonal events and themed opportunities such as Christmas, Easter, back to school, or end of season sales. Second area is to use your store layouts. Your retail store is a blank canvas, and how you design the floor plan and use the space will affect your customers' desire to buy your products. You can allocate floor space to optimize your commerciality and drive sales. You will be able to create pathways of movement to guide the customers through all areas of your store. This will include the best-selling areas, but also to promote the worst-selling areas. You will be able to highlight products on that journey. As you create your store layout using visual merchandising, you will need to allocate space for selling space, merchandising and display space, customer space, and obviously leaving some personal space for walking around the store. When you're designing your store layout, remember that the best area is usually your store entrance. This has the highest footfall in your premises, so it's usually an impactful area to place products. If you utilize your least visible space or worst areas by placing your essential items there, they are a traffic driver. If you think of the concept of grocery stores, these would be bread and milk. They're always placed in the least visible areas because they are traffic drivers and customers will walk to the back of the store to get them. For an office supply store, this could be paper and ink cartridges. For pharmacies, you always have the dispensary at the back of the store with the OTC and health and beauty products for impulse purchases on the way. This is so that the customers will spend more time in your store, covering as much ground as possible, and hopefully this equates to how much money they will spend in the store. The third area you can use visual merchandising in your store is related to the interior design. The goal is to add value to the atmosphere by creating space that the customer wants to shop in. This will include all elements of floors, wall coverings, lighting, and colouring and fixtures. Another element you can use visual merchandising in your store is your interior displays. This is the way of displaying your store's product and merchandise in the interior of the store, and the goal is to enable the customer to self-select without the need for personnel. Added to this are props such as mannequin displays, And of all the presentation tools, mannequins are the most important as they trigger the customer's imagination. They are dressed and accessorized to help the customer visualize and imagine the products on themselves, and effectively these are your store's silent salesperson. And lastly, we move to signage. Your retail signage is one of the first and last things that customers see when they visit your outlet. Signage directs the flow of the customer traffic within your bricks and mortar business, and if done incorrectly, it can lead to a lot of confusion on the sales floor. So what are the types of signage that you can use within your business? Firstly, there is directional signage, and this is used to drive traffic to either destinations within the store, could be till points, fitting rooms, toilets, help points, customer service areas, or destinations such as children's wear, menswear, footwear. Another type of signage that is very common in retail businesses is persuasive signage. This is signage that influences the customer's behaviour through convincing language or attractive imagery. These signs will be used to advertise particular products or to highlight promotions. So now we've talked about how you can use visual merchandising in bricks and mortar businesses or any kind of physical retail outlets. But how does this translate to online businesses? So let's compare. Firstly, let's look at the window display. The window display of a bricks and mortar store is one of the first things a potential customer sees from the street. This is a great place for retailers to showcase their new products, bestsellers, or sale items. So how does this translate to e-commerce businesses? When shopping online, the homepage is usually the first window into a brand a visitor experiences. Thus, this should work equally as hard. Using your homepage space to inspire customers with dynamic banners that promote your products or brand will be key. Site layout, when it comes to e-commerce, is the equivalent of store layout for visual merchandising. Much of the same work can be done to ensure a site's layout is driving the most engagement. Through layout personalization, entire site structures can be adapted to match the needs and preferences of a specific user. Browsing a two-dimensional website is very different than shopping a retail store, so online retailers have to carefully consider how customers can navigate their product offering to maintain their attention and inspire them to take action before they click away. Having good menu and search options can help create the same type of navigation as in-store signage. When customers are shopping in physical stores, they have the opportunity to experience a product before making a purchase. They can physically touch it, pick it up and try it on. E-commerce retailers lack the physical interaction of a product, but it is a barrier that they can overcome through a cohesive mix of media. By using strong visuals, sharp, clear photographs and videos of the highest quality, they can showcase products from a variety of angles with close-ups of important features and details to encourage the customer to click and transact. Creating impulse purchase zones or checkout line merchandising in retail stores is a prime area for increasing the average purchase value of a customer using visual merchandising techniques. The space is great for selling low-cost, high-margin items that appeal to customers in the buying mindset. This upselling tactic can be used in the online checkout process as well. You can encourage people to add value to their cart by offering free delivery service based on a certain threshold. You can suggest complementary products to the item the customer is buying. There are numerous ways to add value to the customer's cart, increase your sales as the customer checks out of your e-commerce business. So at the beginning, we talked about the goal of visual merchandising, the idea being to grab the customer's attention, to encourage more people to enter your retail business, to highlight the products better and optimize choice for the customer, to enhance the customer experience, and to optimize the space and layout of your business, all with the goal of increasing your sales and adding value to your business. So how can you measure success of visual merchandising that you've implemented? Well, there are numerous ways that you can measure, but let's start with the more quantitative measures and look at customer metrics. Is your capture rate improving? The number of people who are exposed to your business on a daily basis, if more of them are entering your establishment, you've improved your capture rate. This gives you a good basis to then build your sales upon. Having more people come in, even with your current conversion rates, will give you more transactions. Obviously, we would hope that your conversion rates also improve, which means you'll see double the benefit. Are your customer basket sizes increasing, both in terms of units and the value that people are spending? Is the browsing time of each customer spending in store increasing. This would indicate that people are having an enhanced customer experience in your store and connecting with your brand. Is your loyalty improving? Are you seeing more repeat transactions from the customers that shop your brand and your business, and are they returning more frequently? You would see similar measures with online measures, such as the engagement with the website, time spent on the site, conversion rates, and increases in average order values. Another way to measure success of visual merchandising within your store is to look at the ROI. This is the return on investment. If you've made significant changes to your retail business at a cost, it is important to measure sales performance against the previous weeks or months or seasons for comparative analysis, and also for future planning purposes. Visual merchandising is meant to be used as a commercial tool to either connect with your customer, create enhanced experience, and also drive commerciality, which should translate into sales. You should see tangible results when you implement visual merchandising in your store or business. Another way to measure success is to look at your customer reviews, be it customer satisfaction surveys or online reviews. Visual merchandising is also a way to connect to the customer, and if you see positive trends in your results, this will be a positive reflection of the visual merchandising you've implemented within your business. We've talked a lot about visual merchandising, so I'd like to give you an example of what a good visual merchandising display looks like. When you look at this, the first thing you see is that it's impactful. The display stars are positioned with light, which create height and drama. They've used a restricted colour palette, which allows it to be visually appealing. There are multiple levels and layers to the display, which allows the business to display more products, which is good use of space management and is commercial for the business, but also for the customer, it's easy to shop. There are multiple products on display for the customers to choose from, and they're all stacked at similar heights, which is both visually appealing and easy to shop for the customers. At a first glance, it may look like there's nothing particularly difficult about this display to achieve. However, putting the components together and using the height to create drama, the segregation of the product, the multiple layers for good space management, and how all of the elements are used together is what makes it a good visual merchandising display. And it's important to remember that the principles of visual merchandising and the elements that you use can be applied to any retail format, regardless of the size of a business and the goods or services that you're selling. Here are some examples to highlight the point. A candy store using bright colour, height, lots of layering, an attention-grabbing scene to try and entice people into the store and ultimately to make a purchase. A footwear store using a window display. It's attractive and innovative, but importantly, it showcases a very wide range of products at a single glance for a customer. By showing the customer a wide offering, you would be hoping to increase your conversion and capture more customers to walk into your business and allowing you the opportunity to convert it to a sale. A grocery store has used colour blocking techniques to coordinate its produce and to create a colourful display that's also easy to shop, that can identify the carrots from the broccoli from the green beans. It's visually appealing, it will entice customers over, but it's also very easy to shop. A homeware store has used a table display with lots of layering, which is good use of the space density for its business. You can see a wide range of products at a simple glance. The density in the height and in the depth of the products that's displayed is very shoppable for a customer. Visual merchandising can be applied to any retail format, regardless of the products that you're selling. And ultimately, the goal is to attract more customers into your business and to entice them to buy. Ultimately, you want to increase your sales and your profits. Throughout today, we have discussed the many benefits that visual merchandising can bring to your retail business. Regardless of the size of your business, the format, and the particular type of goods that you're selling, using the principles and the elements of visual merchandising, you can enhance your business to attract more customers into your business, to highlight your products, to showcase the features and benefits, all while encouraging and enticing the customers to make a sale. When you do VM effectively, it will increase your sales by directing the customers to the products that they want or they need, and this will directly translate to your business performance.
I hope you can take the lessons you've learned today into your own business and translate them into your own business improvements. I'd like to thank you for taking the time today, and I wish you luck in your future endeavours.